Good day everyone. I am AdGe1 from Scheme 2 Block 17. So this is my performance tax 1. There are 4 figures. Figure 1 is called a perfect figure, and figures 2 and 3 and 4 are considered imperfect figures. So our task for today is to reduce imperfect figures into perfect figures, or reduce syllogisms back to the first figure. The apparent shortcut to do this can be explained by an acronym: the simple conversion, partial conversion, uh, mutuate premise, and contradictory of conclusion. So before I explain this, let's first recap the names under each figure. Okay, for the first figure, the names are Barbara, Celarent, Dowell, Ferriu. For the second figure, they are Cesar, Camistres, Pistino, Barroco. The third figure are Dirapti, Datisi, Disamis, Philapton, Bucardo, Pirison. For the fourth figure, there are Bramantip, Kaminis, Dimaris, Disapo, Precision. If you're gonna convert a name from the second, third, or fourth figure back to the first figure, you refer to the names, the first letter of the names. So if the name start with B, you reduce it to Barbara. If it start with C, you reduce it to Celarent. If it start with D, you reduce it to Darwell, and if it start with F, you reduce it to Ferriu. That probably doesn't make any sense. Okay, basta Cesari, Camistres, Camines should be always be reduced to Celarent. Barroco, Bucardo, Bramantip should always be reduced to Barbara. Darapati, Datisi, Disamis, and Dimaris should always be reduced to Dari. Fistino, Philapton, Firison, Pisapo, Precision should always be reduced to Ferriu. So how do you reduce? Okay, first of all, you check which name the syllogisms falls under. Okay, let's use this as an example. Some birds are extinct. All birds are animals. Some animals are extinct. So if you understood the lessons we have from learning materials or in our notes, you'd know that the patterns of that IEI, because the major premise is I, or particular affirmative. The minor premise is A, or universal affirmative, and the conclusion is I, particular affirmative. This means that this syllogism is under the Samish which also means that this should be reduced to dairy. Do you feel me? Now we apply that acronym rule thing or the simple conversion, partial conversion, mutate premise and contradictory of conclusion. Okay, first of all, we look at the main name Tisames to know with lines to apply the simple conversion to we first stare at the Tisames. Focus on the letter S in the word and look at the letter directly before the two S in the word Tisames. Those are letter I, right? That means that the statements na letter I will be converted or made baliktad. Some birds are extinct before becomes some extinct things are birds. Some animals are extinct becomes some extinct things are animals. Gets? The second thing to do is interchange major and minor premises since the letter A does not directly come before S. In the spelling of the Samis, which means A is not affected. The statement is still all birds are animals. The only difference is that you interchange the major and minor premise. So now, all birds are animals come before some extinct things are birds, which brings us to the conclusion of some extinct things are animals. So the final answer is all birds are animals, some extinct things are birds. Some extinct things are animals. We now have an AII figure also known as dairy. Recap. We just made baliktad the two I statements na tipong some birds are extinct become some extinct thing are birds. Some animals are extinct becomes some extinct things are animals and then we interchange the major and minor premise. Okay, let's try again. All metals are materials substances. All materials substances are gravitational bodies. Some gravitating bodies are metals. Long story short, this is a permanent because a statement for form AAI. Therefore, we convert this to Barbara. Okay, first let's see. There's no letter S on us to base which statements we're gonna convert or baliktad. That means we just interchange the major and minor premise. All materials substances are gravitational bodies. All metals are material substances. And then we contradict the conclusion by changing the quantity and then converting or baliktad it. all materials, substances are gravitational bodies. All metals are materials, substances. All metals are gravitating bodies. Gets? Kasi we change the quantity from some to all and then we baliktad it so that from gravitating bodies our metals naging metals are gravitating bodies. Yeah, and that's it. Okay, fine, last one. All pigs are cute. No Dean is cute. No Dean is a pig. So this is chemistries because of the AEE pattern. Also here, may letter S. So we look at the letters directly before the S sa word that will be E. And E means we baliktad the S. No din is cute becomes no cute is a den. No din is cute becomes no cute is a den. And no den is a pig becomes no pig is a den. And then we interchange the major and minor premises and our final answer shall be no cute is a dean. All pigs are cute. No pig is a dean. We now know another shortcut to doing it is by looking at the letter beside the vowels. There's an S beside the vowel. Convert it. There's an M beside the vowel. Mutate the premises. There's a C beside the vowel. Contradict the conclusion. And that would be all. Ma'am, thank you. Anong dito mo?